Welcome, Cancer. This is your monthly focus for February 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, let me take a moment to thank you for all the support you give me each and every day through your likes, through subscribing, through your comments, or just showing up. The support you give me is just fabulous and wonderful and so appreciated. Thank you for being a part of my path. So now let's get to the energy of you. Let's get to the monthly reading, and we have the World card as our first card. Now, I always look at the first card as the most important card laid. That this tells you, if we just had the one card, this would be it. Now, I usually look at this card as coming full circle in your knowledge, in your wisdom, in your growing experiences, and ready for the new level of your development. The new path that is opening up to you, or the new extension of your path that is becoming available to you. And from the cards, I can see that that can be, but I also know that this card can mean that you feel right now that you are burdened, that you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. So people are leaning on you with their problems, or they are upping your responsibilities, your obligations, or you're not happy doing what you're doing, being where you are, having to go to certain things, obligations, responsibilities, that you're underappreciated, maybe, especially in the workplace. That could be a strong indication with this card. Next to it, though, we have the Sun. And I think that this month is a lot about looking at you, what makes you you. So the focus is about you, but this also tells me that it is a good month for you, that you are going to move forward this month in one way or another, depending on your priority list and depending on where you are going personally in life. Okay, that light now doesn't come from the sky, it comes from you. It's your light. It's your, it's like you're a magnet in some ways to bring in opportunity, to bring in happiness, to bring in joy. And the Five of Swords. So it's about people. It's about drawing the line in the sand with some. It's about rejoicing and celebrating and appreciating others in your life. So if we go back to the weight of the world, there could be somebody putting a lot of pressure on you, and without merit, without cause or need for it to be in your life. So if somebody is overstepping their boundaries in any way in your life, this is a card that definitely says that you need to draw the line in the sand this month. It also tells me about the joy and the celebration that you will have with other people in your life. You come into this month, okay, wanting a harmony. Justice is here. So, you've been working on this need, this want, this desire for harmony and balance and joy to be a part of your life. Bringing in the balance, bringing in, having the balance and bringing in the joy, bringing in the harmony. And you've gotten to a point where I don't think drawing the line in the sand is going to be as difficult as it would have been a while back for you. Because you stand here with that sword poised. And you look confident. You look like you're not going to need it, but you have no problems using it if it comes to that. So it might be that people are making demands of you, and unnecessarily, this month is really going to be the month where you clear house of people like that in your life a little bit. There's at least one individual. And you can kind of see how the harmony can come together. You can see now how there can be joy. You see how you can go forward with a harmony, with a balance, with a peace of mind. Now, the underlying card for the month is Lovers. So, like I said, even though we are going to have some relationships where we set new boundaries, we rewrite the rules, we draw the line in the sand, there's also this flip side of growing some relationships incredibly strong, taking it to the next level, to a deeper level. Okay, now this is usually people that you already have a relationship with rather than meeting somebody new, but it could be that it could be love at first sight. They could just come out of nowhere and bring in that harmony and balance that you want in your life, that joy you want in your life. It could just be like magic hitting you out of nowhere because it is the underlying energy for the entire month, so it would affect all relationships. This could also be a passion or a dream, making your heartfelt commitment to it. Seeing where you can whittle some time or energy or bring together some resources to make your dreams a reality, to make them tangible, and having a passion about it. So I could see where taking steps forward, even baby steps forward, is going to be beneficial this month to any pet projects you have, any dreams, any desires, any wants, any goals. And that would include health and well-being. So if you joined a fitness club and um, January the 1st and January the 5th you stopped going, now's the time to realign yourself, because the energy says that if you make the commitment to yourself now, it's going to be strong, it's going to be sustainable, it's going to be doable. So don't give up on any of those New Year's resolutions that you made with that kind of energy underneath you this month. And I love the energy that overrides, because it goes so well. They go hand in hand. The Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles, those two coins laying at your feet, those pentacles laying at your feet are your unique talents, your gifts, that thing that you can do that nobody else can. And it's time for you to embrace that part of you and to use that part of you to go forward. Now, the other part of this card is letting go of something in your life that has brought security in up till now. And it's your realization that something needs to go or something needs to change. Something needs to be different. It's finding your own independence without that thing, without that person, without that situation in your life any longer. And that helps you to move forward. So we go through this energy of the month and we have the Tower. So look at this now. Okay, now, yes, we are in transformation, but that was kind of already decided by the other cards for you. So we already knew that we were in a transformative month of growing deeper, stronger, ready to go on to new paths, tapping into our wisdom. So this is just saying we're right. Now, don't fear this card, because this shows me that you've done the work, okay? It's not closed in. It's not this little ember in there. It's this bright ball of energy that blew the rooftop off. So that's what you become. This ball of energy, this ball of light. So it burns away the yesterday. It shines the light on your tomorrow. It shows you the way forward. Now, you might be feeling a little impulsive this month, so I'm going to warn you right from the get-go. Please do not be too impulsive. Think things through. Page of Swords. You know, she is such a young energy, and she just wants to get things moving, get things going. And I mean, this is the end result, so we want this to be a good end result. Okay, and if you use her energy, and it'll be at your disposal this month, you'll feel it. You'll want to do something crazy or something outlandish, or you might say something just to get a reaction. And that is not the right move this month, okay? This is the knee jerk. Okay, she's a young energy and she just wants to get things going, so she does anything, the first thing that comes to mind, to get the ball rolling, to get the conversation going, to get the situation happening. And more often than not, because she's such a young energy, she ends up on her flat on her face because she didn't think it through. So think things through. It might be a good thing to do. It might be a good thing to say. It might be a good situation to put yourself into. But think it through before you do. Because, you can really tap into the world card, especially. The world card is one where, you know, if you were asking me about your spirituality, I'd say get a book and start writing things down. You are going to learn so much about yourself this month. And it's sitting right next to the Sun card. That's a gimme for you. And I do have a spirituality card, so we'll see how that works into this when we get to it. So your spirituality, through meditation, through prayer, through thinking things through, you learn a little bit about yourself. You learn about your own energies and how to master them to work for you at all times. Sometimes the best thing about us is also the worst thing about us. If we're organized, well, it's great because there's a place for everything and everything in its place. But if you take it to the next level, then everybody you're driving everybody mad because you put the spoon in the wrong place, or you moved a book, or you moved a knickknack, you don't want to take the organization to the extreme one way, but you don't want to go the other way either, right? So you need organization in your life. You can't be a klutz and have just everything everywhere. And I almost hear some people saying, but I know where it all is. Clean up the clutter. It's never good for you. Okay, clutter around you gives you a cluttered mind, and you don't need that. You need clarity and understanding. But back to the world card is, that's the one where you get the book out and you start writing, you start journaling what you were learning about yourself, experiences, so the diary kind of thing. So that's a big commitment to do. But if there's any way that you possibly have time to start a diary or revisit the diary, this would be a beautiful time, especially if you only wrote down, say, a meditation time that you had and the thoughts that came to you, because I think that's going to be pretty huge for you this month. So, Page of Swords, watch your energy. Okay, it might be a great idea, but you want to make sure that you're not stepping on toes, you're not pushing buttons, you're not acting on something with limited resources and information. You want to be prepared, okay? So she's the knee jerk of the deck, so watch her. Eight of Swords, okay? Now, this is the card of how people are viewing you. And people are viewing you as you are really changing your perspective of the way you look at things, the way you do things, the way you're planning things, the way you prioritize things. Okay, the Eight of Swords is all about the way you think and your perception, and it's changing, and people are noticing that about you. You may be doing things different. Maybe you've gone and given yourself a makeover. Your hair is different, and if you're a guy, maybe you're growing a beard or shaving it off. And people are looking at you as in almost you're changing. You're coming out of the cocoon and you're turning into the butterfly, maybe. Maybe they see that self-confidence growing in you. Maybe they see that that light that just beams from you. Maybe they can feel that vibration about you. As you go out of the month and into March, okay, Queen of Cups, the humanitarian. This is love yourself, first of all, okay, before we go any further. This is love yourself. This is being the humanitarian. This is caring for others. She's the mom of the deck. She makes sure that everybody's okay, everybody's well fed, everybody's happy. So, you know, you might even be looking at doing some volunteer work in your community for the month of March, maybe a couple of hours, looking how you can lend that hand, give advice, pick somebody off the ground that needs it, that deserves it in life. We all deserve that in life, a helping hand. And we have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So 2 8s. Wow, there's empowerment for you. So that just speaks, you know, your empowerment is coming to be. 2 8s going into March. And if you want to go further, 8 plus 8 is 16, which is 7. So that is the thinker, the searcher for truth. And look at this, you are definitely searching for truth here. You are going on a new path. It's probably a creative path, or one filled with love and passion and joy. Absolutely. So you're trying to create that coming into the month, and I think you're figuring out how to go forward. And it's probably going to take a little bit of time through this energy in order to tap into what really needs to be prioritized different in your life, or changed up somehow, or moved around. And then we have opportunity, opportunity, opportunity coming at you. So, and they all have growth on them. So just don't be looking so far forward that you're not noticing the now. Stay in the moment, absolutely. Because here we're looking forward and they could go right by us. We could never see them, depending on how far we have our head turned. How much our focus is on just the big picture and not the small steps and different avenues of getting there, different vehicles of getting there. Okay, for your love card, I pulled the Ten of Wands. Now, if you are in a relationship, this could very often be that your partner is going through a hard time and they need you for support. And that is why you are overburdened, because you've taken on, you know, there's the deadwood, and you've taken on somebody else's anguish or grief, and you've taken, you know, empathy in the situation, and you're helping them through it. They can lean on you. They can be there for you. And so love could very well be that for you this month. If you are looking for a relationship, you really almost need to back it up after this month. Okay, now love can happen at any time, and we do have the lovers down here saying love could happen at any time. It's magical, it's beautiful, but for the majority of you, it's going to be pulling it back a little bit and looking at what you really need, what you really desire, what you really want going forward. Because I do think, you know, people are right when they look at you. Your perceptions are changing. And so you want to meet somebody that matches your values, matches your morals, matches more of what you want going forward. If you're in a relationship, it's time to sit down and have some talks, some conversations. There could be have been drifting apart, or you have come to a point where you're living your own lives and they don't interact anymore, and you need to bring it back around and figure out what needs to go and what needs to stay, and not necessarily the person, so don't get me wrong on that, but it might be time to reinvent the marriage, breathe in new life, new ways of growing together, and take out some of those old habits that you've fallen into that actually promote the separation of the two of you. Career, on the other hand, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Look at how strong and proud and self-confident you are. So career should be going in the right direction for you. An angel even sits on your side there, so underneath the sun, or beside the sun, really. Queen of Pentacles is all, she knows how to bring in money, and she knows how to use it for the best value. So it's not about risk taking this month. And you hold that wealth or that well-being or that coin in your lap with self-confidence. So that means that your money is coming in. So it could be through starting a small business. It could be through starting an enterprise, getting a raise, getting the promotion, seeing where that could open up for you going forward. Or maybe you've had a lot of bills lately and now it's your breather room. Things settle down, repairs aren't needed. Yeah, everything goes up when it's the Queen of Pentacles. So an influx of money coming in, and probably something that you created, because the Queen of Pentacles creates money. She looks at the budget. Maybe you're reviewing your budget and you're looking at ways that you can save money that you never thought before could be done. For spirituality, we have the King of Cups. Now, when the King of Cups is in the spirituality position, he means that there needs to be a balance between your feminine and your masculine. Okay, there on the one hand is love and care and empathy, generosity, and the male side of it, the masculine side of it, is diligence, determination, goals. And so there's an imbalance somewhere. And there is a perfect recipe for you to go forward. And you don't have to lose something. You just maybe have to temper it in some way to allow another part of your personality to come through. And maybe it's determination, maybe it's discipline, maybe it's more empathy and love. But there needs to be a balance between male and female in your heart, in your actions, in how you think and how you approach things. So this would be a beautiful thing to meditate on, and that just works really well, really, with getting out the book and the diary, because a simple meditation could be pulling up a situation where you were extremely female energy or you were extremely male energy, and seeing how that could have been tempered with another energy coming in to maybe produce a better result. And play it out in your mind. You might see how you might work on different parts of your personality and try and be, more focused or more determined or more full of empathy for somebody and more compassion. For health, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is energy, definitely good energy. But she could also wear herself down taking care of others before herself. So you need to put you first this month when it comes to diet, exercise, when it comes to sleep, when it comes to eating properly, when it comes to taking care of you and giving yourself rewards and time just for you to do what you love to do, your passions. Because otherwise we get very weary with our situation. So we have to take time for us. So make sure that you are spreading yourself in proper portions throughout the day. If you go to work, then it's how many hours and what do you do at work? And do you need this time when you come home from work to crawl into a cave for a half an hour? and not talk to anybody and just come back into focus of not having to be at work doing a certain kind of thing, and now coming home and having to deal with a whole different set of issues and demands. So watch how you are proportioning your routine, definitely. But I think you're very strong this month, very determined this month. So if you do have some kind of ailment or diagnosis, you get very determined this month about it. And the energy supports you in being determined. You may be finding answers or new treatments, new approaches. Let's pick you an angel card. Oh, who flew out? Queen of Michael. You know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience. A time for you for career rather than relationships. I really got that with the Ten of Wands, that if you're looking for new relationships, it's not the time. Committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, and situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So, like I said, okay, that if it comes in out of nowhere. It's like a magical experience. I hold that up before I put it back. Knight of Raphael. He came flying out. You know exactly what to do. I think you do. I think you have been really looking at ways to bring in balance and harmony and joy into your life, and you're starting to see the way forward. I think you're going to be drawing some lines in the sand, rewriting the rules in certain areas. Um, you could be speaking up for yourself this month, telling people what you bring to the table, making sure that you're appreciated, wanted, loved. The Three of Ariel. Do what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. I didn't really get the whole group thing, but I guess working one-on-one with people and knowing how um, to connect with that person, that individual. Do what you love. And I think you're going to. I mean, the sun is right in the center of this all, so it's all about you. And we had the Four of Pentacles overriding the reading, which is picking up and embracing your unique talents, your gifts. So that's, you have already a passion there, a drive for it. So embrace it this month. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.